Hello and welcome to this instructional video where I will introduce our new home page layout and inform you of what steps you would need to take as the instructor. My name is Edwin Linares, your instructional designer here in Galveston College, and it is my pleasure to serve you. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be conducting this transfer over into my sandbox. Now, one of the first things that I want to do as an instructor in order to move this template into my course is to use the import tool. So over on the right hand side, you'll notice a button that says import existing content. We'll click that and then we arrive to this page. Now I've already kind of done this process a couple times, but we'll go ahead and select here. And then we're going to look for the option that says copy a Canvas course. On the search bar, we're going to be typing in GC homepage. And notice you'll have this one option. The term should be default term, just because this will be applicable to any term. Click here. We're going to stick with all content, and then we're going to go ahead and add to import queue. Now, once your transfer has been completed, you're going to want to go back into your home page where it'll also be refreshing, and then voila, everything appears. Now, at this point, I'd like to explain what this layout is consisted of. So notice at the top we have our banner. Underneath our banner, we have 5 buttons. Each button is linked in order to take you or direct you to specific information. We're going to go ahead and start here where we will be speaking about instructor information. When we click on the button, this button is already linked to a page that will contain instructor information. Now, this page is completely for you to edit. Notice we have a white caps logo here. That doesn't necessarily have to stay there. You can also exchange it out for a professional headshot. The greetings section here, all these bullets are really just recommendations or suggestions. Underneath, you have instructor introduction and office information, information about your role, how students can contact you, how the course is structured, important dates. All that information could go here in this bottom section. The second button here would be the course schedule. Now, when I click on the course schedule, notice it's already linked in a module. The module here is going to be named course information. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I want to kind of just go into each one of these schedules. So this is an 8-week schedule in case you have 8-week courses. Or if it just so happens that you have a 16-week course, I also have a template for a 16-week course in here as well. This is completely editable. If you don't have an Edpuzzle video or if you don't have case studies, you can remove those and you can implement what actual assignments you have. For the third button, this third button is for our modules and for the assignments. So when we click on modules and assignments, that specific button will be linked to whatever module we link it to truthfully. If, for example, you want to change the button to be linked to week number 4, you can go back to your home page, click edit, you can scroll down, click on the actual button itself, and you can remove the link and then relink it to a course link where you can then look for modules. And since you're trying to link it to week 4, click on week 4, and then just make sure you hit save. That way, when you go back here, you click here, boom, week 4. For the fourth button, we have student resources. When we click on this specific button, notice that there is a module that already contains student resources. This is something that will be standard and everybody should have something like this in their course. But I strongly encourage all instructors to have this within their modules. This is for the benefit of the students. And lastly, the last button is for upswing tutoring. Now, I am aware that some instructors do not necessarily have their students use upswing tutoring, and that's completely fine. This is good to have here just to kind of form a standard across the entire institution. While you may not have your students use upswing tutoring, other students still use it. And if you feel like you really would want to edit that specific button, please reach out to me and I can definitely go ahead and make that adjustment for you. One last thing that I'd like to point out before the end of this video is whenever you import your old course information into your new course shell, please make sure that you set the front page as the home page. In order to do that, you'd look over to the right side, choose home page, and then try to find pages front page and make sure that home page is the one that is right next. Therefore, you click here, press save, and then you restore your home page.